guys and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all well. I've actually stopped saying happy, healthy, safe, but you know I still mean that. Today's video is 4 high protein breakfasts. Now, this is so requested in terms of high protein foods anyway. I get a lot of protein in my diet. I have approximately 165 to 170 grams a day. It suits me, it suits my lifestyle. I find it really easy to get protein in. And this was actually Ben's idea, who is behind the camera, to do high protein breakfast. These are things I always have. They have approximately 40 grams of protein per thing, which is really, really high considering it's just a breakfast. So I'm gonna go through 4 with you today. You're gonna enjoy them, you're gonna love them. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe. And we're gonna dive in to numero uno. I'm gonna do a voiceover for all of them as well so you can actually understand the recipes. I mean, they're really basic. You're not going to struggle. They're quick, they're easy, they're efficient, and they'll help you hit a higher protein. So let's dive into the first one.
The first breakfast that I'm going to show you is the infamous yog bowl. Now, I use 320 grams of fajai. I say fig, I'm not actually sure how you say it. And it is really high in protein. I then add an apple, more so for volume. I mean, I do like apples, but I do just add it for pure volume. I chop it up. I only had half today. To be fair, I sometimes have a whole one. I then add raspberries. Now, I actually buy frozen raspberries because they're a lot more value for money. And they actually just taste better. Like, you can see all the juices there in terms of how much it actually goes into my yogurt. I then add the chopped apple. I mix it all in, and then just as a preference, I also add blueberries. You don't have to add all of this fruit if you don't actually like it, but I just prefer to. I also add on some cinnamon for a bit more flavour, and then of course the Myprotein peanut butter, which is so tasty. It tastes really, really nutty, and this is the crunchy one. I then have a sugar-free syrup. I prefer sugar-free syrups than honey because, makes it sweet and you get to use more. So that has 40 grams of protein and 382 calories. Breakfast number 2 is the oat bowl. So the oats are absolutely delicious. They're 439 calories and you have 23 grams of protein. So I personally have 50 grams of oats. Obviously, depending on your goals, you can have more or you can have less. To be honest, it's completely up to you. I then add oat milk just to make the oats a little bit more creamier. Again, you can add any sort of milk you wish. And then I just add water as well, obviously for the consistency. Mix it together and make sure that you are on a low heat. I then add vegan protein. This is from Myprotein, it's the chocolate one. You can have whatever flavour you like. It doesn't have to be vegan protein. Obviously, it might waver the calories and the protein a little bit in terms of the macros, but it's completely up to you. Mix it all together and keep mixing to have a thicker consistency. I then add blueberries. I just do approximately a handful and a half. And then I also add apple again for volume, and actually tastes really, really delicious in the chocolate protein. Make sure again that you do mix it really well. I then add cinnamon. I am a fan of cinnamon, as you can probably tell. You don't have to use it. That's just more of an addition. Mix it in really nicely, and then just make sure you turn off your heat before you pop it into your bowl. I honestly get every single last scrap from that bowl. I should probably use a spatula instead, but I get everything out my bowl. I then add my 0-calorie syrup again. It just makes it really sweet, and I think it actually enhances the taste of it as well, even though it is a chocolate protein. But the oats are absolutely delicious. Breakfast number 3 is protein pancakes. Now, these are so easy to make purely because I have a protein pancake mix from Myprotein. So all I'm actually going to add is a little bit of water and then also some milk. I always pop the pan on first so it can heat up, and I use a 1-cal spray rather than like a high-calorie oil. All I'm going to do is, I'm not very good with ingredients in terms of measurement, so I kind of just play it by ear in terms of the consistency with the milk and the water. I sometimes end up adding more. With the protein pancake mix, I add 2 heaped scoops. If I feel like it's a tiny little bit runny, I might add a bit more, but actually today it was perfect. I use a shaker because I find it easier to pour and then also actually shake. Like, what an absolute great invention. And then what you're going to do is add them to the pan, I actually have a wok. I don't even have a pan, but it cooks really, really nicely. So what I do with the spatula is just go all the way around the edge. I daren't flip it, so I just use the spatula to actually flip it for me. They do look a little bit burnt, but I mean, they tasted absolutely delicious, so that doesn't really bother me. And then again, just with the spatula, going around the edge to actually take it off the pan. I actually ended up making around 4 pancakes, which was absolutely fantastic. Again, I kept burning them a little bit, but we're just going to miss that. They were delicious, and the only thing that I actually topped them with was peanut butter. You can add yogurt, you can add berries, you can add whatever you want. I'm just quite simple. Love peanut butter, love a little bit of syrup, 357 calories and 41 grams of protein. Your final recipe is the egg thing that I have started making, and it's absolutely delicious. It's got 40 grams of protein, and what I do, I just choose my favorite veg. So I have broccoli, tomatoes and mushroom. You can kind of have whatever you want in terms of vegetables. It's completely up to you. I just think these all go really, really nicely together, especially the mushrooms as well, because I feel like they actually pack out your food. Sometimes I do end up adding red onion as well. It just depends how I'm feeling. But what you want to do is add it all to a pan or a wok ideally, because it fits a little bit better. I add so much seasoning. I always do. So that's just an all-purpose seasoning. And then I also add garlic and a bit of barbecue seasoning as well. And of course, I add a touch of salt because I pretty much have a bit of salt on everything. I then have 7 egg whites. Now, I buy my eggs from the shop, or I will have egg white cartons. At the moment, I just don't have any egg white cartons in. So I've just bought a pack of eggs, and I'm just getting rid of the yolks. As you can see, I'm just like passing it from side to side. I then just add a touch more seasoning because this then goes on top of your vegetables in the pan. So make sure you turn the heat off. Obviously, they've been frying for only around 5 minutes. They don't need to be in for long. I then, just purely for more protein, add a little bit of turkey on top. You can add anything, but it actually makes it taste delicious. What you then want to do is actually pop the whole thing in the oven for 20 minutes. When you take it out, it'll be completely cooked. The veg will be cooked. Just be really, really careful because the handle of your pan will be super hot. So make sure that you do keep your oven gloves on. I've made the mistake before where I have just grabbed the handle without oven gloves on and burnt my hands. So do just be really careful with that. I also add Parmesan, so I only have around 8 grams. It's really not high in calorie, and it honestly makes it taste absolutely delicious. So this is 41 grams of protein and nearly under 250 calories, which is incredible.
Okay guys, we are done and dusted. I hope you enjoyed my 4 favourite high protein breakfasts. I have these all the time. They're super delicious. They're easy, they're quick. You've seen how easy they are to make. So make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Comment below what else you want to see on my YouTube channel. I'm pretty free to film whatever, especially during a lockdown. I know you guys really enjoyed like the celebrity workouts, so I'll probably do a few more of those as well. Comment below what else you want to see and have a great day.